Alright, what is up, my friends? Welcome to a special Sunday episode of Your Deck Live, a show where I play Your Deck live on stream. We are playing Pioneer Ponzaneer. That's right, Pioneer Ponzaneer. This is a Ponza deck for Shmibble. Submission here for Your Deck Live, of course. And we made some alterations to Shmibble's initial submission. So, Shmibble's initial submission, for those who don't know, Your Deck Live is a show where I play Your Deck Live on stream. Viewers submit some money and a deck list to me, and I play it live. Usually I tweak it up beforehand, and then after the match we fix it up to what I think is optimal. So the problem with Shmibble's list that he sent to me was, I don't love these Anger the Gods. Shmibble was saying that they struggled against aggro decks, but I don't think playing Anger the Gods and Storm's Wrath and stuff in your Llanowar Elf deck is going to work out too well. I don't think Rejuvenator is very good either. We're looking at a Ponza deck here. The goal is to, kind of kill your opponent's lands, play a big threat. We got the Wombo combo of Crumble to Dust, where you exile a land, so it's a Stone Rain, but you get all the copies of a land in another deck. And then when you cast Oblivion Sower, you get all of them. So we played Crumble to Dust, Oblivion Sower a decent amount here on Your Deck Live. However, previously it was in Field of Ruin was legal, and that was really, really cool. So, big notable card here is Ember Swallower, which is pretty cool. 4/5 for 4. 7 mana to Monstrosity. Each player sacks 3 lands. So the initial list, pretty cool. Definitely like some things about it. But things I didn't like was, didn't like the Anger of the Gods Llanowar Elf stuff. And felt like we were a little lacking in things to do with our mana off Oblivion Sower. Once we cast Sower, we're going to get a lot of lands in play probably. So we want to make sure we can do things with them. So here's my updated list right here. And got a few things here going on that are a little bit different. Looking for some mana sinks. Well, first things first, let's look at the mana. So, a Boreal Grazer doesn't really work unless you have, at least 27 lands in your deck, which is too many for this deck. Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic much better. So we're getting rid of the whole Anger of the Gods thing. Just going full in on our 8 Llanowar Elf effects, 4 Sylvan Caryatids, and we're also going to be playing the sort of mid-rangey package here of Courser of Kruphix and Tireless Tracker, both of which get good value off of our Oblivion Sower. So we get some clues off the lands, gain some life off the lands. Courser can also kind of ensure we don't flood, hopefully, while making some land drops, gaining some life. Good against aggro, which is one of the problems that Shmibble was having. So that's that. We also added 2 Chandra, Torch, Defiance, removal, and card advantage, and ramp. Kind of the perfect card for this deck, honestly. 2 might be too few. And then we have Mizzium Mortars as our removal spell of choice. Obviously, it's fine. It kills a creature. Deals 4 damage to a creature for 2 mana, similar to Lava Coil. But we're looking for mana sinks, and overloading Mizzium Mortars is actually pretty sweet. 6 mana, 4 damage to all their stuff. And with Oblivion Sower and Chandra, things like that, it should be a doable thing to ramp to. So, still have the Swallowers, still have the Oblivion Sowers. Ravager Wurm impressed me, actually, when we played previous Ponza decks. And it destroys a land a lot of the time, because there are so many castles and things like that, Mutavault, so on and so forth. And it also can just fight things, which is pretty sweet too. So definitely was impressed with Ravager Wurm. Might want more of those. But you get the Crumbles. We're down to 23 lands. I do love the idea of Castle Garenbrig in this deck, because the option to cast Oblivion Sower a turn early is a really good one. The problem is allied mana bases in Pioneer suck. They're so bad. We have to play Game Trail. We've got to play, Rootbound Crag's okay. We got to play Sheltered Thicket. So there aren't enough forests for Castle Garenbrig to be reliable if you want to cast Llanowar Elves on turn 1. So unfortunately, I would love to play 3 or 4 of these, but we can't with how the deck is currently constructed. Now, we are missing out on Worldbreaker, which is a card that I like a lot. I'll show the Ponza list you worked on for one of our prior Your Deck Lives at the end of the stream when we go over the deck list. But Worldbreaker's a pretty cool one, and I built a pretty cool Delirium Ponza deck for Aether Mech previously, but we'll look at that later. So, also 1 copy of Klothys, God of Destiny. I'm a little interested to see how this one works out. If fetch lands were legal, this card would be bananas in this deck, because there would always be a land in your opponent's graveyard to exile, so it would be ramp, and then every land you exile off Klothys, we can get back with Oblivion Sower. I'm just worried there's not going to be any lands in graveyards ever, so that's not ideal. So we'll see, but we're going to leave that one in. So that's the main deck. Sideboard, left most of it the same. Cindervines is pretty cool against combo decks, can kill artifacts and enchantments. Soul Guide Lantern is reasonable graveyard hate. Some more removal here. A couple Magma Sprays, a couple of Abrades, a couple Fries. You know, not sure if Fry is great, but we got 2 copies of Peak Eruption. This card's kind of cool. One of the few Stone Rains in the format. It's a Super Stone Rain. It kills a mountain, and they take 3. Problem is it's very narrow, and most red decks are pretty aggressive, so I'm not sure if this card's actually good, but we're going to leave it in there. And then I replaced the 2 copies of Carnage Tyrant with Chandra, Awakened Inferno. This card's really impressed me across multiple formats. As just like a big top-end card in Control and Grinding Mirrors. Chandra's pretty powerful. So, that's the deck. Let's battle here on Your Deck Live, special Sunday edition. Pioneer, Ponzaneer for Shmibble. Got a bunch of resubs while I was yakking over there. Cardboard Cantrips, 9-month resub. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks so much. Please name our sub, baby. That's your job, not mine. We got Jake with the resub. We got USMNT with the resub. Thanks, I appreciate everyone. We had some folks who saw me at the regional championship yesterday in Catskill, upstate New York. Nicole and I went to that. I played Bant Blade. I top 32'd. I punted round 3 horribly and was very mad about it. Then I lost to Tron. Then I lost the last round to Jun. So I went 5-3. Not a particularly good tournament, but it was fun. You know, whatever. So that's that. And I'll be playing that Bant Stoneblade deck that I played at regionals on my video on CoolStuffInc.com tomorrow. It's pretty sweet. Sent by Mike, resub, 20 months. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Hype Train. Hype Train. Yeah, I mean, I think my deck just seemed weak against the card Red and 6 and the card Liliana. Against Jund in the last round, my opponent ultimated Liliana twice in the same game. In Game 2, they played Red and 6 on turn 2, Liliana on turn 3, and the game ended on turn 25, and the Red and 6 never left the battlefield. And they ultimated the Lily twice. So it was not very fun. Alright, let's go here. Our hand is pretty good. We've got good mana. We've got the old Ember Swallower, Ravager Wurm stuff going on. I was playing 2 Euro. Caves of Quelos, Hateful Eidolon. This might be pretty hard for us. Opponent is playing the Saram Auras deck, and we might be in pretty big trouble because they're going to come out really quick, and we can't really kill a large creature. So, no, you're the Valakut player next to me? Sweet. Beating Ponza with Valakut's pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're in pretty big trouble here. If our Ravager Wurm can come in and fight something and actually kill it, that'd be sweet. But we get an what's it called? Ethereal Armor or 2 here. We're in big trouble. All right, that's Sentinel's Eyes. That's not that bad. And Cartouche of Solidarity. All right, I mean, yeah. I don't know if we can really win. Courser of Kruphix. I mean, we can play Ember Swallower, but playing Courser might be better. Because Ember Swallower isn't really doing anything on this board. And we need to draw a lot of spells. And I'm just not sure how we're ever going to beat a large lifelinking creature without, like, you know, an actual disenchant. Alright, let's play Courser. Top card's not a land. Skein of Life. Let's say go here. We can Ravager Wurm next turn. If we're lucky and this doesn't get any bigger, we can Ravager Wurm it, but Hateful Eidolon number 2. Number 2. Card 2. Sorry, so they haven't drawn any of the good auras yet, which is good for us. No all's glitters, all that glitters, no ethereal armor. So Hateful Eidolon's not stupid big yet, but and it is actually killable by Ravager Wurm, but they're gonna draw like 6 cards off of it, which is also a disaster. So seems like one of our worst possible matchups here. It is a aggressive deck that doesn't care about its lands being killed and makes huge things that can't die, which is not ideal. All right, so we draw a Tireless Tracker. Like, it might actually be a net negative to kill this Hateful Eidolon, even though we probably have to. We can make this a 5/6 and fight it. They draw 6 cards. This is whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. Suppose we could, like, kill the other Hateful Eidolon and just hope they never draw an aura. Cardboard Live is now updated, by the way. Maybe if we, like, can Ember Swallower their lands, Ember Swallower becomes really, really big and they just can't cast any spells. I'm just looking for some backdoor way to win this game, because we're not winning a fair fight. So if we have a land on top, we can just monstrous it. If we kill the Hateful Eidolon, we're going to lose. They draw 6 cards, they'll have 9 cards in their hand next turn, they can just pile up on this Eidolon. So let's try that. It seems crazy, but... that can't be good. Yep. All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, this seems like literally. I could not fathom a worse matchup, for us. So we are already dead. Yeah, we're just gonna go next game. I mean, we cannot beat these monstrous lifelikers. One of the weaknesses of a red-green deck is that you can't kill large things. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, Cindervines is going to be a necessity for sure. Clifftopper says, "Hey Jim, played in the WPN qualifier yesterday and qualified for my first ever Pro Tour or Players Tour. Awesome, Clifftopper. That's great." All right, so that was obviously just the worst case scenario. I don't think it gets much worse than that. We get to bring in Fry, Cindervines. We try to spike a Magma Spray before they get big, and obviously our land destruction is terrible against a deck that where everything costs 1 and 2. Let's cut the Klothys. We're gonna cut the Crumbles, I guess. Maybe like 2 Oblivion Sowers. I think that Ember Swallower is probably still fine because they're not gonna have any lands in play. But really, really tough place to start here. Tough place to start. Not an ideal matchup. You know, if we can keep Saram and the Hateful Eidolon out of play, and then keep them from getting ethereal armor on anything, maybe we can do some work here. But let's try this. Maybe we want to Abrade too, but I'm not sure. Can't cut our like entire top end, you know. Endgame resub. Welcome back. Oh, it's Cheers actually. Sorry. Endgame with the cheers. Appreciate that. What's up, JP? You folks are tuning in. Welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. This is Your Deck Live, a show where I play Your Deck live on stream. This is Shmibble's Pioneer Ponzaneer deck. Pioneer Ponzaneer. Mana Confluence is not very good. I think that there's scenarios where playing it is just a necessity. This is not it. That is a very painful card. You need to be very proactive to play a card like Mana Confluence because the damage adds up very fast. Alright, so pretty awkward double tap land hand. We do have an Elvish Mystic. We do have a Cindervines and a Mizzium Mortars. So we have some stuff going on. I feel like we probably need to mulligan. So we go Thicket on 1. And then we have either Mystic or Mizzium Mortars on 2, and now we're like way off curve. Not double tap land, like obviously Castle Garenbrig comes in instantly untapped on turn 2, but I mean we can't play it untapped land on turn 1. So we're gonna ship this hand. I think we need like a really, really good hand to win. And this hand is a little too awkward. I think if we had a third land, I'd be okay with it too. Like if just Oblivion Sower was a land. We can go tap land into Mortars, into Mystic Cindervines. But I'm going to mulligan this. It's certainly not better, but opponent also mulligans to 6. I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. We're going to keep, ship a Courser, And if we draw a land, I think we're actually in insanely good shape. Even if we don't, we can still go Mystic Spray on turn 1 or turn 2. So Deacon says, I took my updated Blue Moon deck to FNM. It performed very well. Thanks to the deck help. Of course, Deacon. We played Deacon's Blue Moon deck yesterday on Your Deck Live. And the deck seemed really good, actually, as far as the modern metagame is currently concerned. So, was impressed with it. Alright, so we'd love to draw land here. Alright. So they mulliganed. We get to spray Llanowar Elves here. Oblivion Sower is not quite a land. It's not quite a land. We're going to kill this right now. I guess I could have waited, but... Yeah, I mean, they could have Carametra's Blessing also. The +2/+2 and indestructible. So they go like land, Ethereal Armor, we try to kill it, they Blessing it, it's a disaster. And they don't buy many creatures, so they don't have a creature here, which is fantastic for us. So... Alright, we didn't draw land, so we're going to Courser and try and hit a land on top of our deck. Courser help us out? No. No, no, no. And a scoop. Wow. That is an aggressive concession. We'll take it. We'll take it. The Saram Aura's deck certainly has a fail rate. Only play like, I don't know, it's like 15 creatures or something. So, they don't have one. And we had a land on top too. Woo! Woo! Alright, but now we're on the draw. Alright, I'm going to bring these two Abrades. I think we just cut the Oblivion Sowers completely and just have as much removal as possible. We should need to kill things before they get too big, which is going to be hard on the draw, honestly. If they just go enchantment creature on 1, you know, armor aura on 2, we're probably in trouble, but we'll see. These Cindervines are pretty good. Why be good when we can be lucky? Yes, exactly. Ember Swallower. Remember when that card first came out? Thinking it was really, really cool. But the ooh, hello. Cost is high. I mean, we're gonna keep, like, it's not great. I think it's just pretty hard to mulligan perfect mana, 2 mana creatures. And we need to draw some removal or something, but we're gonna keep. This hand Ember Swallower is pretty fast too, so maybe. Alright, there's your All Seed of Life's Bounty. Alright, Mizzium Mortars kind of plays. How long is the wait for your deck live? Not too long. I think there's like 2 or 3 decks in the queue right now, so probably next week. Hateful Eidolon. And this card's so good in this deck. And they're going to say go. Alright, I mean, no point in Mizzium Mortaring yet, so just play Sylvan Caryatid, say go. So we'll leave up a red just for little bluffskis. Do I have a preferred control list for Modern right now? I think the Bant Stoneblade deck is pretty good. Or Bant Blade, or whatever it's called, Bant Snowblade. Check my article, oh god. CoolStuffInc.com tomorrow. They're going to allow me to kill their Sram. That's pretty nice of them. By not leaving up All Seed. They obviously kill my liner off and draw a card off Hateful Eidolon because they played a dead weight, but killing Saram's a nice prize. I mean, you need to draw some spells, but I mean, the idea of holding Mizzium Mortars to overload it, it's 2 turns away, and it's just like not happening. Next turn they just go off and draw a million cards, so it's very likely that their creatures will outsize the Mizzium Mortars before I can ever use it effectively. So I obviously drawn a lot of lands here, which is pretty unfortunate, but we shall see. Have I seen Team Returns? Yeah, I've seen it. It's possible that the Stoneforge Mystic... we're in trouble. The Stoneforge Mystics aren't amazing. There are some Bant, like, bladeless control decks that have done well on Magic Online. And I played that as well. I played that on stream earlier this week, and it seemed very good. Oh, it's great. So that's definitely a possibility. I'd say my Stoneforge Mystics were fine in the tournament. They weren't outlandishly good. The control elements are good, for sure. All right, well, it's a good thing we didn't draw any spells this game, because I don't know if we can win anyway. Yeah. We've got 2 cards left. Yeah, I don't really know what our outs are. We can't beat the All Seed and the Hateful Eidolon. All right, so not a great first match, obviously. It does seem like strategically our deck lines up unbelievably badly against their deck, which obviously happens, in formats like Pioneer and Modern. But our decks, we had to board out a lot of our main cards too, so. Ban Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary is pretty obnoxious, not going to lie. Alright, so let's try that again. Obviously, Strong Aura is a pretty fringe deck, and certainly clowns us. So let's try that again against a better deck if we can, or a better matchup. Remember, folks, check out CoolStuffInc.com, CoolStuffInc.com, number source for all your game shopping needs, and my articles, Video Monday, Article Friday. Always free content on CoolStuffInc.com. Are you sick of the paywall on StarCityGames.com? Do you want to read articles every day that are fantastic without paying a penny? Go to CoolStuffInc.com. Again, I do a Video Monday, Article Friday. Multiple great pieces of content every single day. Promo code JIM5, 5% off your order. Go buy your Throne of Eldraine fat packs, whatever that is. Go buy your board games. Go buy your singles, supplies. Everything's on there. Best store on the internet, not close. CoolStuffInc.com. Also, y'all want to see a preview for tomorrow? Tomorrow, we're having a special reveal on Mog Monday tomorrow. And we're going to be revealing my shirt for Coalesce. What's that? What is that? What is that? I don't know. You'll find out tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Mog Monday. Coalesce Apparel makes great Magic shirts. They made me a shirt, which is awesome. They have a huge array of awesome shirts. They have guild shirts, this fun Evolution of Magic shirt. Check it out, coalesceapparel.shop. Promo code JIM10, 10% off your order. You're all going to love my shirt. You're going to love it. It's great. Check it out, coalesceapparel.shop. Nicole's over here setting her fantasy hockey lineup. It's our fantasy hockey playoffs. It's the last day of the quarterfinals, and Nicole is losing by a hair right now, trying to put it together. I am currently playing against Dan Jessup. I am winning by a hair, actually.
I'm done.
If y'all want to see my fantasy lineup against Magic Ringer Dan Jessup, good friend of mine, I'd be happy to show it to you. All right, we're going to keep this hands. Pretty sweet. Klothys, God of Destiny. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Nicole thinks this is very funny.
Your turn.
Alright, well, I can't imagine beating Boggles ever either, so...
It's the same thing, right?
Oh my god, it's like Saram Auras, but worse, basically. Because we can't ever kill their creature, so it's not like we have a window to actually kill something.
Why didn't I play Boggles yesterday?
You can play whatever you want, I don't know.
I should play Boggles.
Yeah, we're dead. Man, Shmibble, did you walk across a black cat today or something, or what happened? Neither Boggles nor Saram Auras are very popular decks. Just Overload Mortars. Yeah, if we can Overload Mortars this turn, we're in good shape. I don't think Klothys God of Destiny is very good.
Don't tell John that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My roommate's cat has some black on him. Does that count? It looks like it does, actually. It looks like it does. Can we beat a flying first strike hexproof 8/7, turn 3, attacking for 8 on the draw? I mean, Anger the Gods, we would have had to Anger on turn 2 this game and kill our Elvish Mystic. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is this what streaming on Sundays usually like? No wonder I don't stream on Sundays. If you haven't followed the stream with that follow button, of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you follow on there. Man. Yeah, that escalated pretty quickly. Okay, this is even worse because our removal spells don't actually do anything. So, I don't even... We're 100% all in on Cindervines. Yeah, where those Back to Natures at? I agree. I can sideboard some Back to Nature. Y'all know what Back to Nature does? Let me tell you. I'll tell you what Back to Nature does. Bam! If we had this card in our sideboard, we would be doing great. Great. It's fine, we're just tanking our records so we can win all the matches in the O2 bracket. Yeah, I mean... Alright. There is obviously a fail rate to the Boggles deck. We'll see if we can hit that fail rate, hopefully. We're bringing in Cindervines. I mean, I guess... They probably have Saram in their deck. So we want, like... some removal? I don't even know. I mean, this one feels actually hopeless. The Saram Mortars was like, I can maybe win this one, but Abrade, Fry. Maybe there's some world we can overload on Mortars. I mean, oh boy. Awesome, Deacon. Deacon went 4-1 or 4-0 with your Blue Moon deck. It's great. Probably Season of Growth against Saram. I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright. They're going to mulligan to 4. I'm sorry, not us. They're going to mulligan to 4. Look, if we're going to not draw any lands and mulligan to Oblivion, it might as well be against like the 95-5 matchup, you know? Alright. Our opponent has mulliganed to 6 cards. Claim the first one would have been great that first match. I mean, we steal their creature, attack them for 8, and then they go and kill us with the creature, right? What does that do? Like, they just get it back. We're not going to kill them with it, you know? Alright, so we're going to keep this. We're going to ship. Probably Crumble Swallower. Opponent mulligan to 6. Oh, we can sack the Alseed? Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. The problem is they gain so much life, we can never one-shot them. Because if they have a huge life link or they're at a high life total, so it's not like we can like steal it and one-shot them, you know? But, alright, Crumble's gone and Swallower's gone. As far as like a decent hands in this matchup goes, it's probably a reasonable one. So let's see if we can pull this together. Sylvan Caryatid, turn 3 Courser, make a land drop, hopefully. Cindervines. Don't do it. Ugh, there's only 4 Boggles in Pioneer also, so them having it turn 1 in 2 games in a row is not ideal for us. Elvish Mystic. It's awkward. Alright, well, let's not have the same stuff as last game. Can we do that? Is that possible? All that glitters is gold. Alright, I mean, there's no point in Cindervining yet, so let's get Courser going. Try to find a land on top. Is that possible? Draw Smallpox. Yeah, that would be ideal. So we got Chandra. Okay. I mean, as far as like this is like our basically our nut draw, right? Which have possible 6 mana on turn 4. Coursers in play. Unflinching Courage. So I mean, Cindervines can kill the Courage, which is fine, I guess. Draw Chandra and no land on top, so you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. We can cast Chandra and Cindervines and kill the Courage. Just get Chandra into play, I guess. So play Chandra. Put this down here, I guess. Make 2 red. Play Cindervines and just kill the Unflinching Courage. And pray to God they have no more auras. Which is a tall order to ask, but 4th land is okay, right? Second, all that glitters. That's a 5/5. That's exactly enough to kill Chandra. Of. I think Chandra's going bye-bye here. I guess we could, like, keep chump blocking it. So the question is, we rather have Chandra or Courser in play. Maybe, like, ultimating Chandra is actually a path to victory. Maybe we block here. We've got 3 chump blockers. They've got 2 cards in hand. If they had any more auras, they would have played them because they have 2 mana available, so their hand's hopefully pretty bad. A Danto Vanguard? Sure. Alright, so plus Chandra. Top card is Oblivion Sower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it. Actually, it'd be pretty good right now. It's just pretty huge, but can't cast that one, unfortunately. What's up, third favorite child? This is a new Ponza deck. This is a Your Deck Live. This is Shmibble's Pioneer Ponzaneer deck. And we tweaked it a little bit before the league. But so far we played against Saram Auras and Boggles. Probably 2 worst possible matchups. And we're not in very good shape here. Alright, so now they're attacking Chandra with both. Now it would require 2 chump blocks to keep Chandra alive. I think we let Chandra go here. And just hope we draw, like, I don't even know. This has got to be the best card of all time. That's a Llanowar Elf or whatever. Alright, I mean, yeah. My advice is, if you're going to play this deck, don't play against the card All That Glitters. That's my advice. That's what I got for you. How much for a deck tech? $10. All information on deck techs and Your Deck Live is on my website, jimdavismtg.com. Dramoka's Command. I feel like that's a little unnecessary. Alright, take a million. I mean, I haven't seen a Boggles deck or Saram Auras deck in Pioneer in months. So this feels just a little bit unfortunate on our side as far as the pairings go. So shrug, I guess. Alright. No more All That Glitters, please. Can we do that? Is that possible? Would like to see the deck do stuff. You know, and not doing much there. Remember, folks, check out the Hex Holder. That's right, magic storage solution to hold your cards. Holds 4 double sleeve decks. Holds playmat. Holds your ZB, pad, pen, light total, light, easy, convenient. Buy me. Yeah. Buy me. I'm the Hex Holder. I'm the best. Check it out, thehexholder.com. Promo code GYM10. Check it out. Thehexholder.com. Also check out bcwsupplies.com. Number one source for all your game supplies. The Elite 2 sleeves, best sleeves in the market, not close. I like the matte front, comes in gloss front also. I've used them in every tournament I've played in the last, since they first came out. We helped design them like 3 years ago. And they're the best sleeves in the market, not close. Buy a 5-pack with my promo code from the website. You get them for less than $6 a pack. And that's just a goddamn good deal. All right? bcwsupplies.com. The Elite 2 deck card sleeves. Check them out. Also great binders, deck lockers, other stuff as well. bcwsupplies.com. Promo code GYM10. Check it out. TCM Sad Life resub. Appreciate that. Thanks to resubs, everyone. All right. How about no All That Glitters? Can we do that? Is that possible? This hand is great. Let's go. All right. We need a red source, but it's okay. We'll get there. Why no sellout song? We removed the notifications a while back. They're just too annoying. However, Nicole and I saw Real Big Fish live in concert. Oh, I swear to God. All right. If that was an all seed of Life's Bounty, I might have just ended the stream. So, for all you folks who missed the sellout song, Pretty cool, right? So there you go. All right. Thraven Inspector. Probably a mono white devotion deck. Stomping Ground. Love it. That should be the new sub notification. Yeah. So the notifications were just too annoying after a while. They're fun. They're fun the first 50 times you hear them. When you hit like the 400th time you hear them, it's just kind of annoying. So we decided to get rid of them. Okay. I guess just Ember Swallower go. Might as well leave that back, I guess. All right. I mean, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. We also have Overload Mortars available to us too. So -3 Karn, resub. Thank you. Sack Clue, sure. Get the feeling this Mizzium Mortars is going to be pretty good. Oh no, Knight of the White Orchid against our Ponza deck. Rude. Rude. I have a hockey game this afternoon. It's going to be sweet. Huh. Well, can I get a round of hype in chat for this Mizzium Mortars about to put them back into the Stone Age? I need a little hype. We're about to Mizzium Mortars our opponent back to a time before life existed. Concession in 3, 2, 1. Pretty sure it was a scoop lag. Yep. But I wanted to activate my Ember Swallower. Oh man. I wanted to. Alright, so some kind of like black-white mid-range deck with Glint Sleeve Siphoner and Knight of the White Orchid. What do we want here? What do we want? I guess Fry? I don't know, honestly. Abrade, Magma Spray. I don't know what they're doing. I just run it back, honestly. It's like their creatures don't seem that important to the point where I want to bring in extra removal. Kind of bring in Chandra. Just got a little tingle to bring in Chandra. It's like a Wrath. It's also just like a good card. Can kill larger creatures. I guess they have Siphoner, and the Siphoner needs to die. That's pretty important. Really can't let that one stay in play for too long. They're playing Siphoner. What other energy cards are they? They're just probably playing 4 Aether Hub, 4 Siphoner. Not really any energy cards in white, right? I don't think that Klothys is very good. Every time I look at it, it's like, we should probably take this card out. Let's shave that and shave, like, maybe something for, like, 2 sprays. Kind of land of a draw, maybe. I was thinking shave a sower also, but I just kind of didn't want to, but sure. If you're saying it, then I'll do it. We'll see. I think it's going to be the fastest Yurdak deck alive of all time. I mean, we got browned by Saram Auras and Boggles in like 5 minutes. We essentially turned 4 our opponent this game. Like, we breezing today. Nice breezy Sunday. Right, Zibby? He's doing something over there. Zibby, you are on TV, my friend. Let's keep it PG-13, all right? Yeah, sounds great. Straight Jackin, 9-month resell. Welcome back, my friend. Godless Shrine, untapped, go. Which usually means Fatal Push. I don't know what else that could possibly be. But I guess we just drew a 2-drop, so I guess it's fine. We'll just play the Llanowar Elves. If we didn't draw his Caryatid, I was going to go Stomping Ground go here. Just play the Llanowar Elves on turn 2. To put them off curve, but Don't see how it could be anything but Fatal Push, but yeah, it's fine. They have the nuts here. They have turn 2 Siphoner off of Aether Hub, their only extra energy source. That's pretty sick. Elvish Mystic. Man, if we had waited, I could have gone Mystic. This is really awkward. The draws really dictated our plays pretty poorly. If I had drawn Mystic last turn, I would have not played Elvish Mystic and played 2 of them this turn. So, alright. We're going to play Caryatid here, so we can Courser Mystic next turn, probably. Getting Courser going as soon as possible is pretty important. Playing Courser before land drop, also important. Okay. Seth, with a donation for a double dip deck tech. We can do that. We'll do that at the end of this league, my friend, alright? So, at the rate we're going, probably about 10 minutes. There he is. There he is. Sundays are for day drinking. Right, Zibby? Sundays are for day drinking. Day drinking. Opponent's got the Glint Sleeve Siphoner trigger on the stack. Do I look at decks? Yes, I do $10 deck techs, Mr. McChillin. All the information is on my website. So while we're waiting for our opponent here, I'm going to show you guys my website. You can find out how you can be on the stream. That's right. Also, we're buying a house. You can help us do that too. Because houses are very expensive. JimDavisMTG.com is the website. Hop on over to the I Play Your Deck tab, and you can see everything right here. Your Deck Live, all the information you ever wanted. And what do you get? How much it costs? Our current queue for... This is for actual Your Deck Lives. The Deck Tech is like not exactly the same as this stuff because it's easier to do. You just submit a thing and I do it immediately. We got to schedule these, but how to submit, donate, all the information right here. And while waiting for our opponent, let's actually look at my hockey playoffs. I'm playing against Dan Jessup. Good friend of mine, obviously. Great Magic player. And I'm beating Dan 6-5. And I've had 2 shutouts on my bench this week. I didn't start Soros this game. I started Kadobin instead. And then yesterday, I just didn't see the notification that Soros was starting. So I just didn't change it in time because Nicole and I were at regionals. And I missed another shutout. So I'd be easily winning if I had either of these shutouts. But we're looking pretty good, though. We're pretty ahead in the categories we're ahead in. So it would take a miracle, I think, for Dan to come back in any of these categories. So I think we're going to be in good shape. See my squad here. Oh, the game started already. Wow. Good old Zibby. Of course, I have Zibby. Mika Zibanejad, Zibby's namesake, on my team. He had 5 goals 2 days ago. He's had basically a goal a game for the last few weeks. So a deck tech would be deck techs happen immediately. Deck techs happen on that stream, often at the end of a league, but within an hour or two tops. Whereas the Your Deck Lives have to be scheduled. So if you want deck tech, it's $10. You submit the list, put it right in chat, and I'll do it after this league. Mika's the bandit. Up. They resolved. They drew their card. Inspector. Maybe they're playing black-white humans. Haphazard Bombardment. I do like that card. That card is pretty fun. Alright. We're going to Courser here and try and make some land drops and stuff. Ember Swallower is fine, but not great yet. And Crumble to Dust is our top card. Sure. Seth, resub, 2 months. Welcome back. It's month number 2, most important month. That means you chose to come back. Chef's from Northeast Ohio. Favorite deck is Coco from 2016 Modern. Are you a Melt fan, my friend? And they're going to attack, which doesn't seem right to me, but I'm going to block. So they have some sort of blowout here. Bring it on. Haphazard Bombardment has a cool arena animation. Oh man, I think you just... Basilica Bellhaunt? I'm going to ship a land. This is a weird deck. What is going on here? I'll tell you what's going on. We're crumbling to dust. That's what's going on here. Alright, well, let's just crumble some lands here, I guess. We'll get the what their godless shrines. Makes their mana pretty awkward. And put Chapel next turn. Ponza! Their hand is Bellhaunt, Lochthwain, Ballista, Ballista. So let's look at their deck here. Also, getting into your deck's pretty nice little sub prize. So they're playing 3 Heliod, 4 Ballista. So they're a Heliod Ballista deck. They have Elspeth Conquers Death, Thoughtseize, a random smattering of Orzhov rares, Agonizing Demise, Thoughtseize. They've got cards. Oh yeah, Melt's the bomb. I love Melt. All right. So their hand up. I can't see their hand. It doesn't work like that. Their hand was what? Ballista, Ballista, Bellhaunt. Something. I don't know. LED says, hypothetical, if I had a Pioneer tournament tomorrow and Inverter saw a ban, what would I play? I honestly have no idea. I don't even know what I'd play right now, so. Are there restrictions on talking about bannings here? Why would there be restrictions? You may discuss whatever you want as long as it's, not offensive and it's somewhat topical. We're a community, we all hang out. Alright, so we're not going to block. So I'm not going to trade my Courser for their Ballista. And now we can, crumble their castle or Chapel. I think it's just Chapel, honestly. They have a bunch of cards in their hand. I don't think that they're going to be... Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, we need to draw a land next turn. A couple lands. Because now... So for those who don't know how this little combo works here, we crumbled to dust their lands, right? So there's 4 Godless Shrines in exile. And then Sower gets all of the lands back from the exile. So if we get Castle Lochthwain, they only had 1 or 2 of those. If we get Chapel, they have 4 of those. And also, they're not going to have much mana. So this castle doesn't really matter, I don't think. So we're going to... Oh, right. We have a Garenbrig, too. That's sweet. Garenbrig plus Sower is awesome. I don't do politics here. No, not use power. So, we want to have a discussion about that in private on the sub Discord. I'm more than happy to do that. But so we're going to crumble the Chapel. This also makes it very hard for them to cast their spells. So again, their hand is Conquer's Death, Bellhaunt, Ballista. So Conquer's Death's a pretty good draw, but let's also not talk ill about other streamers. I have a lot of respect for Jeff. I think that I question my position on not discussing politics sometimes. And I put some thought into it, but for now, that's where we're at. So, all right. So now they don't have many lands left in their deck. Honestly, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 12 lands in 41 cards, and they need to draw lands. They can't cast spells. So those are all gone. And now when we cast Sower, we get 100,000 million lands. So we're gonna gain 1 million life. They'll have a bunch of mana to activate our Ember Swallowers. So everything's going well here. Everything's going well here. We're not going to block, but we can also block these, so sure. If we hit Castle, we can use it to draw cards. That's true, but I think that we're going to be fine. And once the Sower goes off, so... Woke up early. Shmibble, where are you from? So against Conqueror's Death, Ballista... Oh, they drew a land? That sucks. If they go land here, you could be in trouble. California? Sweet. If they draw running lands here, and they Conqueror's Death my Sower, it's going to suck a little bit, but... Land. Did it. Alright, now hear me out. What if we wait a turn and do it next? Nah. We're just going to do it this turn. Alright, so we're going to Castle Garenbrig. We're going to make 6 mana. No, we're not going to wait. We're not going to wait. We're 12. They have a decent board. Let's, like, not lose, you know? If they draw land and they go Conqueror's Death and they kill my Ember Swallower, we're going to be in big trouble. So let's pop off on Oblivion Sower. We're going to Milver top 4 cards. And then all their lands in exile we get. We got a Castle Ardenvale, folks. Attention, folks. We got a Castle Ardenvale, too. We're not going to pay life for these Godless Shrines, though. We also gain 1,000,000 life off Courser, which is great, too. So now that's a mana base. Now, if they do rip a land somehow, which would be pretty sick, they can Conqueror's Death my Sower. We get to untap, crumble their castle, and then play Ember Swallower. And then we can Ember Swallower to make us both sacrifice 3 lands. It's just how he drew it up. Just how he drew it up. Let's go. Oblivion Sower is sweet. We've played a lot of Crumble to Dust Oblivion Sower on these Hero Deck lives. That was so fun. Let's do it again. They're going to concede, though. They're not going to play anymore. So now we can Ember Swallower. We can't ultimate it, though, because we need 4 red. So we're just going to Crumble an Ember Swallower. Well, the thing is that even if it's our only black castle, we get to take it and then use it, which is cool. So we don't need more lands. You know, the game's already over. Once we Ember Swallower, they're going to lose. So let's Crumble. Hit their castle. Add a counter to Ballista, sure. And they have push, Conqueror's Death, Ballista, sure. The problem is they can kill my. If they have a push, they can kill my Swallower. That's fine though. Whatever. And I have to make a token of his Castle Ardenvale. Which we're gonna do right now is whatever. And do we send our Sower? Yeah, sure. 3, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So I got to sack their Ballista and push my Swallower. Otherwise, we're gonna. Oh, they're gonna concede. Oh man, this is good penance for our. Not penance, it's the wrong word. It's the opposite. We didn't sin. We got sinned against. Karma, I guess, for playing against Boggles twice in a row, basically. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Woo! On the board. Would Dryad of Elysian Grove be an addition to this deck? Retribution. There we go. That's the better one. Retribution. Retribution. Why do you want Dryad of Elysian Grove? Alright, so let's go. Now we're on the board, and I'm feeling pretty good. These decks are really, really fun. Really, really fun. Remember, folks. I think I was trying to say guys, too. Remember, folks, Cardboard Live is the overlay you see. That's right. I was up late last night, all right? Nicole and I went to a concert. We went to see Real Big Fish and Big D and the Kids Table on Friday night. We drove up to Jersey for regionals. Upstate New York for regionals that night. We got in about 3 a.m. Got a motel for like 5 hours. Then woke up, played regionals, then drove home yesterday. So, we slept in today. I'm a little groggy. We're good though. We're good. At the Paramount, yeah. Who was at the Real Big Fish show that I was at? We saw, this is the sick part, there was a Magic judge in the pit wearing a judge hoodie with a flashlight being pit boss. Just like picking up shoes and glasses, making sure everyone was okay. It was awesome. Alright, we can keep this. Sounds fun. You were there, Dr. Kitty? Sweet. It was fun. Real Big Fish is fun. I don't love Real Big Fish. They have some good songs. I'm not a huge fan, but Big D's great. We're going to see Weston Jake there in a month or two. Good times. Good times. iGod plays $10. Is that for a deck tech? Please put your list in chat, my friend. Ornithopter. Ooh boy, this one's probably a little awkward for us. I guess this is fine. Might be in... I mean, they make 5/5s, unfortunately, and all of our stuff does 4. So, I mean, unfortunately, as we said earlier, things that make big creatures are good against us. So, Ensoul Artifact, also very good against us. I don't think I can Mizzium Mortars and Ornithopter in the dark. Maybe I should have, honestly. But we're 1 and 2. We lost to Saram, Auras, and Boggles, and now we're going to lose to Ensoul Artifact. We just really struggle against 5/5s on turn 2. You know, that's kind of the issue we have. We'll try our best. Tireless Tracker. In my new house yet? No, we close on my house in about 2 months. Really can't come soon enough. Alright, well, got some work to do. Got some work to do. That's it? Land on top? Alright. That's an awkward land to have on top because I can't tracker clue elf, but I think mortaring on 2 is really conservative. I mean, they probably have it because they just didn't do anything else, but we would like to overload the mortars if possible, you know? Alright. Yeah, we're trying to like tracker land, I think. Kind of like Metallic Rebuke or something. A second copy of Mizzium Mortars, that plays. You can double up a little 2 for 2 here, you know? Seeing Lesson Jape at Warp Tour 4 years ago. I was there. Jones Beach. Wait, at Jones Beach. Warp Tour at Jones Beach? You mean Randall's Island? Alright, so I would like a nice land on top here, too. That place. Alright, so, I mean, if they have like a counter spell or something, we're in big trouble, but we're just going to mortars, and pray. Hold on to your butts, everyone. Hold on to your butts. They have a Metallic Rebuke or basically anything, we're in big trouble here. Tilt. I mean, we could hit like... Was it more than 4 years ago? I don't even know. Oh, yeah, it must have been like 6 or 7 years ago. Oh my god. We can't beat 5/5s. Why are you like this? Oblivion Sower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn it. Oh, man. Alright, well. Maybe I punted. Maybe I should have just played the Mizzium Mortars on turn 2. On their Ornithopter, just in the dark. Maybe I was greedy. Feels so bad, but... Yeah, it was Warped Tour like 7 years ago. I just can't keep track of anything. Alright, so Abrade is really good. Abrade helps a lot too, actually. Cindervines. So actually having Abrade makes me feel pretty good too. Bringing the sprays. What are we cutting here? It just sucks when they're an aggro deck because we kind of need to board out our big dumb package. Like Crumble's just, we can't really be crumbling against them. And when Crumble's not there, but Sower's not as good either. I think Klothys just shouldn't be in the deck, probably. Fry. Alright, let's cut 2 Sowers. Definitely want to play against, like, decks not trying to kill you on turn 4. That's definitely what we're looking for. I started dating 7 years ago. Oh my god, I'm so old! What year is it? Crumble answers Citadel with Ensoul. That is true. That is true. Actually, we are pretty cold to that otherwise, so maybe I made a mistake here. We're keeping. We got Cindervines and a Abrade and a Caryatid. We're keeping. If they like turn 1 shock my Llanowar Elf, so be it. Chandra 6 is very expensive. Bomac Courier, sure. Klothys is just not good at any point. You never want to cast it on turn 3. You don't want to cast it later in the game. If Klothys was just in play, it would be fine. But the opportunity cost of actually casting it is just atrocious. (2003) on that one. Wait, what? What's my age again? We drew a land, which is sweet. Okay. Must be just act for 1. I'm not blocking the courier, so if we draw a red source, we can go Chandra Abrade in the same turn. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. Steel Overseer. All right, gotta kill that one. Gotta kill that one. Let's say Klothys is not a good competitive constructed card. Oblivion Sower, that is not ideal. Alright. I guess we're just abrading the Steel Overseer. Maybe I should just block this Bomac Courier with this Llanowar Elf. Yeah, I probably should. We could Cindervines it, but that just seems... I guess Abrade does answer in Soul Artifact, right? Maybe just and like we want being able to Chandra plus and cast Abrade is a huge tempo swing. We're gonna Cindervines this. Where's our by force? You know, we don't got any. Ornithopter, Shock, Overseer, Ghost Fireblade, no attacks. Did it. So we play Chandra and we Abrade the Overseer. They're gonna equip the Thopter and poke the Chandra, but Chandra still be alive. If they have a 5 damage effect here, or a 5 whatever, like in a Soul Artifact, we're screwed. But whatever. Abrade, deal 3, kill this, say go. And then also the red mana from this can cast Sower next turn possibly. So nope, they have an Animator. Oh, man. Thanks for following, everyone. Appreciate it. Your Deck Live, a show I play Your Deck Live on stream. Shmibble must have, I don't know, kicked some babies or something. Like, bad luck today, matchups. Really bad luck in our matchups. Tap land, no. Maybe I should cut the Ember Swallowers. They just seem pretty bad. Like, I'm not sure how we're beating this this 5/5 Ornithopter. You need to draw another artifact removal spell. Yeah. We're dead. Will the deck tech be on YouTube? No. Like, obviously there are sideboard cards we could have for a matchup like this. Just like, I don't think this deck is very popular either, so... I mean, we're just dead. We're just in the abyss, so... Alright, yeah. Kick the puppy? I don't know, whatever. I guess kick the puppies makes more sense, but... Yeah. Really, really tough matchups. Really, really tough matchups. And also from a bunch of decks that aren't very prevalent in the metagame. Which is unfortunate, for sure. But when our opponent wasn't making a 5/5 on turn 2, we crushed him. Crushed him. So there isn't really a great answer to very large creatures in a straight red green deck. You could splash like black or another color for different, like for a removal spell of some kind. But that's a little results oriented too, given the matchups we've had currently. Roast. I mean, Roast can't hit a flyer, so Roast wouldn't stop Ornithopter, and Roast doesn't stop a Boggle. You know, so. All right, come on. If they go turn 1, Gale's Cover Scout, I don't know what I'm going to do. Can Lantern Control ever make a comeback? It's modern. Sure, at some point. Why not? I mean, actually, no, Mox Opal means a no. Mox Opal is really important for that deck. We can keep this. We can keep this. Ooh. Okay, well, you wanted a real metagame deck. Here we go. Looks like we're playing against Dimir Inverter. And our hand is got real bad. Mizzium Mortars, obviously worthless against them, and we drew a land. So we've got basically nothing. Which is not ideal. Not ideal. Any other playable LD spells? Not really, right? Thought Erasure. Go nuts. Go nuts, my friend. They're also a deck playing a large 6/6 flyer, which we can't really kill. So, I mean, yeah, Frenzy Tilling is a Magic card that exists. That is true. It's not a card you should play in Pioneer or in any constructed format, but I like Frenzy Tilling. But this has got to be a really bad matchup, too. We should have no way to interact with them at all. Can't stop the combo. Can't deal with the 6/6. Alright, so they mill a Narset and a Swamp and draw a card. I mean, I guess we can cast that next turn with the Garenbrig, which is pretty cool, but... No Acid Moss, correct. They just milled me. They milled a Chandra and an Ember Swallower. That kind of sucks. Also, if they dig through time, I get their lands, they exile, which is pretty cool. Sweet. So we're going to get that Fabled Passage and that Swamp. Small victories, you know, small victories. I won the Players' Championship with this card on my sideboard. Was the sideboard or the main deck? It might have been main deck. And then people with Treasure Cruise, I would steal their lands. Thassa's Oracle, sure. Put a card on the top, sure. I mean, they don't really need more than 5 mana. So, while playing Crumble to Dust would definitely allow us to Sower for more next turn, I don't think it matters. They also put a card on top, which I would like to hit with the Sower, so we're just going to Castle Garenbrig here and fire up a Sower. They topped the card too, so while we would like to do our Wombo combo, doesn't really seem reasonable. So let's hit their top cards, and they have their top cards. There are multiple Inverters. It was Inverter, Dig Through Time, Fatal Push. So they probably put Inverter on top. So we just exiled 2 Inverters. It's not bad. And we get 2 lands and a huge creature. So could be worse, I suppose. Crumble would also make them shuffle. That is true. But I just don't think we need the extra lands, realistically. Not a bad hit. Hitting double Inverter, so... And now you can start poking this Jace here. Another Thassa's Oracle. Alright. Also, you know, Oblivion Sower is a big boom, so... They topped a card again, so we can Crumble just a shuffle. Oh, no, they drew it. They drew it off of the Jace. That's bad. We milled a Chandra and a Mizzium Mortars. And they drew a thingy. Alright, well, we're dead, folks. What do they put in their deck? Two lands, dig. What were the lands? I mean, it doesn't matter. We can't kill the Jace anyway. Two passages. Right, because we sacked a passage. So there are cards. So I mean, we're just dead. We can't beat the Jace. We can like overload mortars. But yeah, they just block and they mill 2 and then they win the game. So, alright. I mean, obviously we drew pretty horribly that game, but strategically, I don't think our deck lines up very well against theirs. But we'll see. We'll see. It is funny that Inverter of Truth is tech against Crumble to Dust, you know? What's up, Vin? Finally a diamond? Awesome. Keep battling, my friend. Alright. Let's draw a playable hand. Cool? Cool. Let's bring in... Mizzium Mortars is terrible. We don't really have a way to kill the large creature, which kind of sucks. Bring in Chandra. I mean, Cindervines is, like, pretty bad. Soul Guide Lantern is pretty bad. I guess it makes them have to go off in one turn. Fry can kill Jace, but we can just attack Jace, you know? Like, having a card that literally only kills Jace. This is the matchup you were intending Lantern for. I mean, it makes them go off in one turn, but what do we not want? What else can we cut here? Klothys, God of Destiny. Seems kind of like actually okay here. I would say Ravager Wurm is bad against them. They have no lands that can kill, and just a big dumb creature. Let's bring in Lantern. I guess they're bringing the Fries. And maybe just one Chandra. Chandra can also kill Jace, and it can kill the 6/6, so hell yeah, we're playing Ember Swallower. I'm just gonna bring one Fry. I don't even need 2 Fries. If I ever draw 2 Fries, I'm gonna be really, really unhappy. So, I mean, we have a reasonable hand. We should probably be fine. Like, our hand in that game was terrible. We kept double Mizzium Mortars, Oblivion Sower, 4 lands, and our opponent didn't have any creatures in our deck. And they thought these on turn 1. So we had basically 0 spells for the first, like, 5 turns of the game. If we have a good opening of, like, you know, Elf into Courser, into Crumble, actually do things, we should be fine. So, alright, let's go. Better hand. They are a Thoughtseize deck, so having having the elf in our top cards. So the thing about Soul Guide Lantern is if you it makes them have to go off all in one turn, because if they go for the Inverter, each exile their graveyard, they have to win that turn. They can't untap and then win, which is usually the common line. But it's on board. They can just play around it for sure. The problem is that mulling against Thoughtseize just sucks. And we mulligan to a like this hand minus a card, and they Thoughtseize us. It just feels awful. Does not work first Jace, correct? I mean, it's very low cost. It cycles if you don't want it. Like probably gonna cycle it this game. I'm gonna keep. Maybe I'm a crazy person, but they can't Thoughtseize the top of our deck. There isn't a lot you can do in red and green against the Inverter deck, realistically. You really got to attack their hand or attack the stack, and red-green does not do that very well. Alright, they keep 7. So if they have Thoughtseize here, it's not the end of the world. If they don't have Thoughtseize, it's fine too. We can cycle the Lantern. We have perfect mana and castle, so... Just like, mulling against a Thoughtseize Thought Erasure deck feels awful, so... Alright, perfect. So, we playing off the top, folks. That's fine. I'm cool with that. And now if they have a Thoughtseize or Thought Erasure, they're like scared to cast it because they know my hand is terrible minus 1 card. So... If I drew a land last turn, then it's just a worthless Thoughtseize, so... There's your island. Play Thassa's Oracle. Opt. Perfect. Crumble online. Let's go. Courser of Kruphix. I mean, I would love to cast Courser of Kruphix, but... Can't stop me right now. They have 4 statuaries? I only have 3. Alright, so their hand is Catacomb, Catacomb, Downfall, Cast Down, Inverter, Jace. Their hand is very good, but they obviously need to draw some land. Their hand's really, really good. Double kill spell, entire combo, and Planeswalker. Christ. So, Cast Down, Downfall, Inverter, Jace. Alright. Well, we need a little help. Need a little help, but that's the top of our decks for, you know? A second Crumble would be the Stone Cold Nuts. Thought Erasure off the top, and they top the card. That's so sick. Crumble off the top, please. God damn it. You drew Crumble there, would have gotten one other hand too, man. And now they just have Cast Down, Downfall, full combo. Yeah, we're dead. Ugh. Matchup seems bad. Probably just play Inverter here, honestly. Yeah, let's play Inverter and the Jason kill us. Which can't do anything. I mean, red green just can't really interact with them at all. I mean, we also drew a lands, but yeah, I mean, that was the fastest deck alive of all time. Definitely ran pretty bad in matchups, especially. Obviously, we kept a 5-land hand this game, so whatever, I guess. But it's very possible Dig Through Time gets banned tomorrow anyway. So discussing the Inverter deck is almost like... But let's work on tuning this up a little bit. Unfortunately, that's Magic sometimes, and you end up with some bad matchups and so on and so forth, and it's definitely not ideal Would like to have played a little bit more of this deck, but we're playing. Let's play one more match. We're playing one more match. You're getting a bonus match, Shmibble, because that was just ridiculous. 2-player queue. Let's go. One bonus match. If it works. Hello. Oh, it worked. One bonus match. That was just really, really rough. Alright, and it's fine. And it's fine. I don't think we've had like a 1 hour and 10-minute Your Deck Live basically ever. So Dig going away is going to significantly hamper the Inverter deck. As it should, because Dig Through Time is the best card in the deck by a country mile. It's a Dig Through Time deck, not an Inverter deck. Alright, so Sower's pretty sweet too. What's up, True? So we just have a billion mana here. Island number 2. Go. Interesting. What is going on here? Nope. Fast as Oracle. So this might be like the Devotion deck. Alright. I mean, we have a Cycling Land too, but... Hello, Magic Online. I keep saying I'm going to reinstall Magic Online. I just keep like forgetting to do it. Alright, so we have 6 mana on turn 3, which is pretty awesome. We also have a Cycling Land, which is good. We probably just pop... Yeah, the Devotion deck. Probably just pop off on Sower next turn. That's his Oracle number 2. Just gonna get that Devotion up. Yeah, we need a Crumble. I mean, Crumble and Nykthos isn't as good because obviously it's legendary. We can't get all of them back, but ooh, all right, we're gonna Chandra here. We're just gonna kill one of these things. Keep the Devotion down. Also, put Chandra in play, which is pretty great. So. Yes, Crumbling Nykthos would be very, very good. And now we can play a Llanowar Elf, or we can just cycle a Thicket. We're going to have 6. We have 8 mana next turn, probably. Let me just cycle. Oh, we gotta... I'm so dumb. I forgot this goes to 1, not 2 for some reason. I'm not sure what Planeswalker I was thinking of. Yeah, we just block. Alright, sure, let's play with some block. Keep our Chandra alive. So jump block with an elf, keep Chandra alive, Sower plus cycle next turn, or whatever happens. We'll see what we draw. Oblivion Sower is a sweet Magic card. Under the bus. And saying go. Okay. Interesting. So, do we plus Chandra for mana or for a card? So, I kind of want to cast Oblivion Sower, but we could also plus for red and just like cycle a Thicket. Cynic Flash update. I haven't played the deck in a while, so whatever it is currently is what I would play probably. Just tuning in, how does Oblivion Sower interact with the opponent's 40-something face-down cards after Inverter of Truth? I have no idea. Swallow. Says you may put any number of land cards that player owns from exile onto the battlefield under your control. I really have no idea. Judge! How do face-down cards exile? You can't get any face-down cards? Okay. Because you don't know that they're lands? Okay. That makes sense. So, To answer your question, not well. Not well. Also leave the Caryatid back to block. All right, we're going to play land and plus Chandra and see what happens. I guess Crumble's also nice off the top here. It's another Chandra, so we're not going to cast that. All right, now we're going to cast Oblivion Sower. Boom, shakalaka. Exiling. Island, Nykthos. Tapping 4 in response. Their Ashioks are erasuring my Oblivion Sower, but I still get the trigger, so. Island. Not the best. I can cycle my Thicket, though. That's kind of cool. Tunnel Ingus is cool. I like that card. Cool card against Amulet decks, stuff like that. Alright. These are in exile. They've erasured my Oblivion Sower. They're making 5 mana with Nykthos. The old text box, textless islands. Or not. Side by side. Gadwick for 2. That's not good. Courser. We're going to need to make some sort of forward progress here, or they're going to really run us out of town. They have a lot of cards in hand and a lot of mana. Caryatid. Top card. Courser. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, we got some stuff going on, I guess. If they were like Gadwick, we're in big trouble, I think. I guess they would Legend Rule, but... Oh, God. 7 mana in the pool. True says, took my spirits, regionals are cool stuff. Went 5-3, had a good time. Changed the board, made it work pretty well. Awesome, True. Mana everywhere, but not a spell to cast. I mean, we got Mizzium Mortars on top. We got a Chandra Plus hanging out. Thassa, God of the Sea. Gadwick, tap something. Okay. Thassa can make things unblockable, too. I think our Chandra's dead, folks. Little Sunday stream. Not too long. I had to get a Your Deck live through. I have a hockey game later. So Gadwick's now unblockable. Chandra's now dead. Obviously, we have Mizzium Mortars lined up, which is fine. I mean, we're not really doing much else. Petty Theft to bounce Courser of Kruphix. Okay. It's whatever. Alright. Thassa seems pretty good against us. God damn it. Our top card is Oblivion Sower, and we can't cast it because they have Ashiok erasured it. They have 3 cards in hand. I mean, do we even Mizzium Mortars yet? We know we're drawing a blank next turn, and they know it too. Oh, man. They have perfect information. Oh, man. We're gonna wait on Mortars. It slows them down, but what does it do, you know? This means they can't really add to their board. Scry to the bottom, okay. Castle Garenbrig, okay. Oh god. Oh god, 11 mana. We're gonna concede to a Gadwick here. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. That sucked. That Ashiok's Erasure. Really rude. Really, really rude. Like, Thas is good against us. I mean, Gadwick's just good, honestly. Gadwick's just a really good card. What are we going to do here? All right, bring in Fry. Cut Klothys, it's really bad. Let me cut a Sower so we don't get erasured again. Chandra is like not particularly great. Abrade is like pretty bad. Yeah, this is fine. Try to get to a good start, you know. Master of Waves is also really good against us, unfortunately. This deck should run... Oh, that deck should run Omniscience. I feel like if you have that much mana, you're already winning, right? Alright. I think we're playing too many Ember Swallowers. I think it's cute, but... We've only been able to maybe do it one game when we were already winning that game. It feels a little win-more-y. Alright, this is fine. Ship the Ravager Wurm, probably. No Reclamation Sage. Leyline of Anticipation. Mm-hmm. Alright. Sylvan Caryatid. It is funny that the Crumble is uncastable unless they have Nykthos in play. But it's obviously very good there, so. Next we can Tracker Clue, which is pretty good too, so. Castle Garenbrig. I mean, I would really love to hit Nykthos, realistically. But if they have Nykthos, they're going to have a pretty big turn next turn. Hitting Nykthos is huge, though. Yeah, I'm not going to hit the castle. I'm just going to play Tracker here. Play Tracker and play a land. Putting a threat in play and getting a clue and, like, kind of getting the ball rolling is pretty nice, too. So, Omen of a Sea, sure. So if they have a Nykthos, they're playing it next turn. And then we get to nuke it with the Crumble, so... Yeah, that Omen of the Sea has double flash. There's your Nykthos. Alright, so good on us for waiting. Hopefully they have no counterspell. Do we, like, attack first? To see if we can get them to, like, play something? I guess that they play fast and kill my Tracker, and I feel like an idiot, so let's not do that. Alright, just don't have a counterspell, please. Hopefully they have Aether Gust. Damn it. That's... We have Mizzium Mortars. That's okay, I guess. So, they're going to make a lot of tokens. We're going to kill their land. Their hand... Oh my god. Oh, I guess they don't have Nix anymore. Their hand is Borrower, Borrower, Gadwick Island. And here's their deck. They've got 4 Ashiok's Erasure, 1 Aether Gust, 4 Gadwicks, 2 small Thassa, no big Thassa. Interesting. So hand is Borrower, Borrower, Gadwick, Island. Okay. And next turn we can Mizzium Mortars them. I should rephrase that. Next turn we have to Mizzium Mortars then. And then they get to play a Borrower though. Fry's not bad. Yeah, I mean we have to play Mizzium Mortars as Herbert's then on board, so. They'll probably just like cast a Brazen Borrower and start attacking us. We try to make our tracker work out. Unicorn, 4-month resale. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Knocking out Nykthos is a pretty big win. Enter land. Blocking here sucks. It's our only threat. But we're going to go to 5. I'm just going to take it. We just got to figure something else out. They have a second Borrower in their hand and the Gadwick. How much Gadwick for 1? I don't even know. Oh, man. Brutal. You know, I think we're dead, folks. I think we're dead. This model was floated around for a while. I didn't really do anything. Yeah, this Gadwick for 1, untap, tap our stuff and kill us. Like, I guess we're just dead. We can kill the Gadwick and just try and draw a way to kill Brazen Borrower. Also, we just can't win. Basically, I don't know what we can possibly draw. Gadwick taps things. Makes them cast Borrower. We kill Borrower. They tap Tracker. I don't even know. I don't know why I did that then, honestly. I don't see any outs. I just don't see any way out of this. They have Borrower to cast too. I don't know what we could possibly draw. End game. More your deck lives. If we could get Courser in play and play Oblivion Sower, we might be able to survive, but they just have a tap and a flyer and we're just dead. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, playing Crumble to Dust and Oblivion Sower is pretty fun, but if your opponent's trying to kill you, you die a lot. You die a lot. That was a horrible sound. Sorry, everyone. What are we going to do here? Let's close this. Where are we going to go with this? So, Klothys was terrible. Ember Swallower feels win more. It just does not seem like... The board has to be stable. We have to be able to have our 4-drop in play and have 7 mana and have the board stable and be ahead on lands. It's a lot to ask. Big D, thanks for following. So the Ember Swallowers don't really excite me too much. Mizzium Mortars was good. Tracker Courser were good. If our opponent wasn't killing us on turn 4, Crumble Sower was great. Klothys is awful. In Modern, it's fine because your opponent has fetch lands. You can at least get a mana off it every turn. And that would be extra good in this deck because we'd be exiling their lands and then you get them back with Sower. But there are no fetch lands in Pioneer. So, this is the deck that So, Aether Mech also submitted for Your Deck Live a while back. And this is the deck I built Aether Mech for the rebuild. It was a double dip. This was my second dip for the deck. And I'm not going to lie, I like this deck a lot. This deck was pretty sweet. And it was taking the Delirium stuff. We did move the, I guess it did move away from the Oblivion Sower package. So there's no Crumbles and Sowers. But if you want to play like a Ponza style deck, this is probably the way to do it. Where we're playing 4 copies of Warbreaker, 3 copies of Ravager Wurm, and we're playing like a Delirium shell to have a way to just be a kind of a good mid-range deck. Also playing K-Return, we can beat these lower to the ground decks, and we can flashback K-Return with Warbreaker. We get to play Traverse the Uvenwald, Satyr Wayfinder, Tracker, Courser, Chandra. Ravager Wurm is pretty good in this deck. Less ramping, but probably a better chance against like creature decks. It's sideboard a lot of cool cards too. But if we wanted to stay, this is the old version. Wanted to stay with the Crumble Sower package. We gotta do a little work here. I would say that the Ember Swallowers just aren't very good. This is not good. Probably want the 4th Courser. Realistically, I think you just don't want any Ember Swallowers. And I know it sucks. I like the card a lot too. When it first came out, I thought it was really good. It's just like a really cool card. It's just like not good against the majority of the format. And when it is going to be good, it's usually going to feel like a win more card. So I'm just not thrilled with the Ember Swallowers. You know? Wouldn't mind a few more things to do in the early game. You can buy a couple, like a Bone Crusher Giant or 2. I mean, like it's a card that's like reasonable against control, good against aggro, very good against aggro, good card advantage, good thing to do early in the game. But yeah, the Swallowers like just weren't too exciting. Like 2 Bone Crushers maybe. That'd help the aggro matchups a little bit. I think Chandra's also really good. Add another Chandra. Maybe just add a 3rd Tracker or 2. I mean, the thing we are looking for is stuff to do with our mana once we Oblivion Sower, and Ember Swallower is a cool thing to do, for sure. As it stands, now we have less things to do because of it. We can funnel mana into Mizzium Mortars, we can crack Clue. Cracking Clues is pretty good too. Honestly, like Tireless Tracker is just so good that maybe you just play 4 trackers and just Sower and get a bunch of clues off your trackers. It's also not bad. I'd love to work in more Castle Garenbrigs if possible too. Castle Garenbrig plus Oblivion Sower is really good. The problem the mana is just so hard. Playing 23 lands right now. Yeah, it's almost like it's the best card ever printed. Almost. Crumble, Chandra. Maybe we shave a Chandra for the 4th tracker. And then we're playing 4 trackers. Nah, we can't really play Fabled Passage in this deck. Can we shave, like, a mountain for a second Castle Garenbrig? Rely a little bit on Caryatid and Courser to find our second red source? Yeah. Okay. See, this seems better to me. A little more of like a red-greeny mid-range deck. We're playing like, I mean, these cards are just really good. Tracker and Courser. Bone Crusher, Mortars, Chandra for removal. Ravager Wurm's also removal. We got our Crumble Sower combo. I know Mortars is triple, but like, we're not casting it so much later in the game anyway. And Chandra can help with that. Caryatid can help with that. We got to cast the Llanowar off on turn 1. I love the idea of Garenbrig with Oblivion Sower. I think it's also possible to build this deck in a manner. I guess if we're not playing Bone Crusher or Chandra, we could be heavier green. Just play 4 Castle Garenbrig, 4 Oblivion Sower, and 4 World Breaker. That could be a way to do things also. That would be less interactive and less good against aggro, though, I think. So that's the main deck I would do. And then sideboard-wise, unfortunately, this card's not good. Yeah, it's a Stone Rain in a format with no Stone Rains. None of the red decks are slow. And Stone Rain's not good against the red deck. So Eruption's got to go. I love Chandra, Fry, Abrade, Spray. Cindervines is cool. I don't think there's a good card for us against the Inverter deck, like in these colors at all. But once again, they're going to possibly ban Dig tomorrow. We don't really know, honestly, so it's hard to say. Cindervines, number 4, maybe. And Aether Gust. Can't play Aether Gust. Scavenging Ooze, collect. Defiance is cool, actually. I mean, they have like Thoughtseize and stuff. It's pretty hard to make it work. So with Defiance, your opponent casts Inverter. You can make them just discard their hand and draw cards, and it just kills them. Hot tech against Inverter is Repudiate, Replicate. So you can repudiate the Inverter trigger and dab. Well, not the Inverter trigger, the other trigger, right? I mean, yeah. The problem is they just have like 4 Thoughtseize, 3 Thought Erasures. So like having any card like this in your hand is tough. You can try it. You could try it. Let's cut Cindervines. So I would probably try a version like this next. I don't know if playing Crumble and Sower in the main deck is the best way to go in the Pioneer format. I think that the Delirium list I showed you a little earlier, it's also a YouTube video of that on my YouTube, because where else would my YouTube video be? But I think that might be a better way to go if you like this style of deck. But if you're married to Crumble to Dust, Oblivion Sower, I think this is definitely a decent way to be doing things. I also think it's possible to build, like I said, we could focus more on green, lightly splash red for 4 Crumble, 3 Ravager Wurm, and 4 Kozilek's Return, and just play more ramp, 4 Castle Garenbrig, and 4 World Breaker. I think that's a way you could do it also. Let's try that real fast. I'm trying to give you a little extra content here because I feel bad that the league went so poorly. So if we're going to do that, we would be like this. 4 Sower, 3 Ravager Wurm, 4 Garenbrig, a bunch of forests. At that point, you don't need Game Trail, I don't think. Like 1 mountain, 4 Crag, 2 Thicket, 4 Stomping Ground, a bunch of forests. You would want... We need some colorless sources. At that point, like a wastes. Fabled Passage. 2 of those maybe. Lord of the Homo, 6-month hype. Thanks so much, my friend. Appreciate it. Thicket, Stomping Ground. Let's 23 lands. Want like less of this. You probably want the ramp creature. Rejuvenator. Sanctum. I guess that would change things because we'd be playing Kozilek's Return, so you can't play Elvish Mystic. Yeah, that certainly changes things a lot. Yeah, not being able to cast Ravager over Castle Garenbrig sucks. So I guess you're playing Grazer at that point. It's not playing knees. Now our early game's not great. Tireless Tracker, Crumble. Not playing Llanowar Elves might not be a reasonable thing to do. We got 4K return. Because now we're like pretty reliant on Grazer. Like now this deck just seems much worse against aggro, obviously. And you could play Satyr Wayfinder. That's kind of what I was doing with the other deck with the Wayfinders. You could find Kozilek's Return or Worldbreaker to put in the graveyard. And you could try something like this, but this just seems worse. I feel like if you're struggling with aggro, this deck's going to get housed even harder by aggro. There just aren't really enough good ramp elements. I mean, you could play like the Font of whatever. It's like it's like one of the few rampant growths in the format. Font of Fertility. You could try and play Ruin in the Wake, which is the other. These are just like bad rampant growths. This would kill for a rampant growth, obviously. So Ruin in the Wake is a rampant growth if you have a waste in play, and we're already interested in playing waste anyway, as a fetchable colorless land for Worldbreaker. So like, you could play Four Fabled Passages and a bunch of stuff like that to turn this on. That's pretty bad too. So I don't know. Yeah, it'd be more like a mono Reen deck. I don't know if this is the way you want to go, but so if I were to play another version of this deck, this is what I would do. I would try going here. We're cleaned up a little bit. We've cut down on some of the clunkier win more cards. We've lowered our curve a little bit. We're focusing more on Tracker and Rend and Courser. So I think this is where I would go if I were to play this deck next. So Shmibble, any questions, comments, concerns, fire away in chat. Mr. Easter resub, 7 months, appreciate that. There aren't enough good dinosaurs. You need to have like a dozen or more dinosaurs for that card to be reasonable. So, and Shmibble's got some more decks coming up too. So Shmibble's got some stuff going. Nisu Shakes the World. It's not a terrible idea. But not for this version of it. I think a more rampy version. It's kind of cool. But, so, that's going to do it for this episode of Your Deck Live. Big thanks to Shmibble for the donation. We have another Shmibble deck or two coming up in the future. So look for that, of course. And otherwise, YouTube folks, please, want to support for free, take 3 seconds. Like the video, leave a comment, and sub the channel. It helps me out so much. If you watch my content often, seriously, hit those buttons and please help me out, all right? Love you, YouTube.